Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. So I'm actually going to be doing something that I don't think I've done before, which is focusing on just one specific plant and talking about it and what type of care I give it and how to propagate, all the kind of info that I know about it based on my experience. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and I'm going to be talking all about my Maranta. This is my variegated Maranta. I've had one of you requesting for me to do a video talking about the care of this plant, but I keep putting it off, and I don't know why, because this is one of my favorite plants ever, so I am really stoked to talk about it. And this care applies to all Marantas. So I have my other one here. This is my lemon lime Maranta. It's the same care for both of them. This is the only two Marantas I actually own, and I adore both of them. I love both of these plants so much. But yes, let's talk a little bit about her. So I have had this plant for not a super long time, maybe 3 or 4 months. I think I got her in the spring or beginning of summer maybe. I actually found her on Facebook. I just happened to open Facebook right when somebody listed her in one of the plant groups. So I've said it before, you guys, check your Facebook plant groups because you can find a lot of good stuff there. And she is absolutely massive, and she was $20, which is a super good price. I know a lot of you guys can find these at the grocery store or whatever, but I have never seen these in a store here. So I just honestly couldn't believe it that she was selling it like such a huge plant. And she has so many different patterns of variegation, and she's so prolific, obviously, and just such an easy plant. She has some really cool leaves that have really light yellow, almost white. There's some that are half and half almost as well. Oh, like this one, look at that. This is honestly I am so, oh my gosh, look at this one. It's the red. Oh, I love this plant so much. This is honestly the Thai constellation of Marantas. The variegation is just so interesting. It has streaks of white kind of throughout it, and then it'll have large sectoral variegation. I'll include some close-ups of her in the video. But yes, I am just obsessed. I think this plant is so underrated. And the new leaves come in so cute. They're rolled up like little papers. Okay, so all of the Marantas that I have personally had have been extremely easygoing. When it comes to lighting, I usually give them a medium indirect light. However, I have had them, this one actually, I have had this in low light. It used to be in my bathroom at my old house. It was above the toilet, and there was a small window with frosted glass east facing in that bathroom, and it barely got any light from where it was sitting on the toilet, and it would still give me lots of growth and be super happy. I think that it really liked the humidity in there. I would stay away from sun. I wouldn't give them any direct light. I've never put one in direct light before. I think that the leaves would burn and crisp up. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you give yours direct light. But I tend to keep them in the medium kind of. Now these guys actually are on the lower part of the grow shelf, or this one is actually on the floor in the plant room. So it does get some light from the grow lights, but it's not going to get burned. So yeah, I found it's pretty easy to find a spot for these guys because they don't require super high light. However, something they do like is high humidity. So I like to either keep them in a room with a humidifier, bathroom, or kitchen would also be well, because those are parts of the home that tend to have higher humidity. They are known to crisp their leaves up if the humidity is too low. I honestly haven't really had that problem with any of these. I do have a humidifier running in my home though, and it generally tends to be a little bit more humid where I live, so I haven't had any huge problems. But if you are noticing crisping, then it could be a humidity issue, or it could be a watering issue. These guys like to have their soil kind of lightly moist. Don't leave it soaking and saturated all the time, but they don't like to dry out, so I just kind of keep it lightly moist. When I notice that it's getting to the drier side, then I will just give it another little drink. And yeah, if it does dry out all the way, then I will just thoroughly saturate it. And I just try to maintain just keeping it a tad moist, and they've been super happy. However, if they do dry out, I haven't really noticed anything bad happening, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Okay, hi friends, I'm just editing. This is what I look like when I'm editing, but I'm just realizing that I didn't mention anything about fertilizing. And I don't do anything special. I basically fertilize my Maranta the same as I do most of my collection, which is lightly, probably every 1 to 2 weeks during the growing season, or if they are growing, even if they're growing in the fall or the winter, I will lightly fertilize if they're like actively putting off new growth. I do have a video where I show how I water and fertilize all my plants. I can link that somewhere. But I use just a regular all-purpose liquid fertilizer, and I dilute that to half of what they recommend, and then I also add SuperThrive. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I just wanted to throw that in there quickly. I find that these guys do well in both terracotta and plastic pots, but they do, like I said, they do require a little bit more water, so you will get this kind of mineral buildup more frequently if you keep it in terracotta. And I do find that these plants that require more moisture just do kind of get like, I don't know, if they're in terracotta, I feel like they can get like kind of moldy or this weird stuff. So honestly, plastic is a good option to go with. I have always had this one in plastic. When I got it, it was in a plastic pot. It did just get repotted into this clear pot, and it is also plastic, so I need to take the price tag off of it. But she looks like she's happy in there, so that's good. But really, you can go with either, or ceramic. Usually plants that require more water, I will put them in plastic or ceramic. This one just happens to be in terracotta, and she's doing well, so it's all good. And when I repotted this one, I actually knocked off a bunch of pieces, which I am now propagating. So I will show you how it works to propagate these guys. I'm actually propagating both of these right now, but I'll try to show you on this guy where the nodes are. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. So on these guys, the nodes are kind of where it bends. Like it's kind of like the elbow of the plant. So right here, oh my goodness, it's hard to show. Right here would be a node. So I would just chop it off below that and then pop it in water, and it should root from right there. I'll try to show you on the other plant. Okay, so yeah, it's just kind of at the knobby joint looking parts. Let's see if it'll focus. Okay, so you can see at these little like knobby parts where it just looks like almost a little nub. That's where the roots are gonna come out from. So you could propagate, you could chop off right here, and then roots are gonna come from here and here. I'll show you the ones I have going. So if you can see, it's all the little knobby spots where they connect that the roots are coming out. So honestly, if you just cut a chunk off like this and you pop it in water, you're gonna have roots coming from multiple different areas. This one has only been in water for honestly probably like a week or a week and a half, and it's already shooting out roots like crazy. So probably another week or two, and this will be ready to get potted up. I've always had really good luck propagating these guys. Same with over here, I have the lemon lime going. Let's see if it has any roots. It doesn't really have any roots yet. I can see it kind of starting. I'll show you where I can see it starting. So I can see the roots just starting right there. So that guy needs more time. Hey guys, so I am just doing the outro right now because for some reason all the footage I recorded after the propagation section got lost. So I'm just closing out the video. I hope that this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will answer them as best I can, or I'm sure someone else in the comments will be able to help you. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want me to cover plant care on another specific plant, then also comment that down below, because I would love to kind of focus on one plant and share my thoughts about it and my care tips. But yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.